Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boxing Unlimited here once again, and we're going to be doing a video today. But before we go on to the video, I want to apologize to you. I've been down with dehydration and food poisoning. After the food poisoning, I got dehydrated, and I'm just coming up today. Not fully well, but I miss you guys always. My subscribers. I want to thank you for having patience. And please do bear with us. On the video proper, we're going to do a video on the fight between Alexander Usyk and Joe Parker for the WBO, WBC, WBA heavyweight titles. The question is, we're taking a closer look on this because it's been ordered by WBO that this fight should take place. Meanwhile, Alexander Usyk, before the fight, before the Debua, said he wanted to fight the Debua so that he can, well, we know he wants to be a two-time undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. It's not a bad thing to think of, or it's not a bad thing to do, but Debua, on the other hand, was supposed to have been a fight between him and Parker, and then Usyk will fight the winner. But Debua, on the other hand, was insistent on fighting Parker. And I did warn him in my video. I said he was under threatening Parker, that he was taking a big risk fighting Parker, because Parker at the moment has confidence, he has momentum, he's beating all the big boys, the biggest punchers in the heavyweight, arguably the biggest punchers in the heavyweight division, he's beating them, and it's sad to see him also knock out the so-called boogeyman as well. These three guys are big guys, and it's not easy fighting big boys like that in the heavyweight division. Parker was done twice against ZHANG, against Deontay Wilder. He had problems. He took some punches. These are heavy hitters in the position. So I think he's wise. I think he's fought very hard to get to this position. A lot of people said, were asking the question whether this fight will happen or whether he will take a step aside pay, step aside money, and then leave them to fight for the unification of the fight between the IBF, WBO, WBA, and WBC. For me, I don't think he has to do that. This is a big opportunity for him. He might not get again. He's not young. He's not getting younger at the end of the day. He's not a spring chicken. I think he has to take this fight and be serious about it. I think he has a chance as well. Having said that, I said Debua, his withdrawal from the fight some few days to the fight with Parker, raises a lot of questions. Eyeballs has been raised. Nobody's seen his picture where he was ill, really. Nobody's seen anything, but they were just told he had flu. I know flu. I've had it before. I know flu is a big thing. It's viral. It has to take your body system have to fight and white corpuscles, as they call it. We have to fight and bring back the immunity for you to survive. But having said that, a lot of people have argued of the fact that Debua docked Parker because he didn't want to have a fight with Parker. But we did warn him before. Parker is not an easy guy to go through. He's on the roll at the moment, no doubt about that. Even Usyk will it's not going to be an easy day for Usyk in the fight. Even though Usyk is a fighter with a man with 9 lives, he's a cat with 9 lives. It's not going to be easy, sorry. It's not going to be easy for him with Parker, because Parker is experienced. He was a WBO champion, world champion before, so he's experienced and he knows his work, and he's been doing his part. He's been taking people out. He saw the punch he took Bakole out with. I also warned Bakole not to take the fight, no matter the kind of money being promised to him. But overconfidence, plays a lot of part in boxing. He's so overconfident, confident that he will knock Joe Parker out, but it never happened. Parker is on the roll, as I said. He's got momentum. He's got confidence as well. He can bang now, because every heavyweight can bang, we'll see. He's come over the fight after he's lost to Joe Joyce. You know, he's come over and he's shown class all through. You know, but this fight with Usyk is, we're taking a closer look on it. That is what we'll say. If you ask me, I say, Parker, don't take any money, fight this fight. Will Usyk to accept it or lose his belt? I don't think Usyk is ready to lose his belt. I think this fight is going to be a good fight, a good matchup. You know, both of them are not spring chicken, even though Parker is younger. You know, having said that, I would say that I totally agree with the decision of the WBO by sanctioning this fight and making it mandatory for Usyk to fight or lose his title. You know, Debua, on the other hand, what is he going to do? My suggestion would be Debua will have to fight Ajit Kabayel. Yeah, for both of them, whoever wins fight Usyk for the undisputed title after Parker, if he wins Parker. You know, that is what is my own take. You know, if they want to be fair to everybody, to all and sundry, they have to, you know, Usyk fights Parker, and then Debua fights Ajit Kabayel. You know, Debua and Ajit Kabayel will be a banger of a fight. Two solid fighters, and Kabayel, we know him arguably the best body puncher in the boxing at the moment in the heavyweight division. His body shots is taken out. He's taken out so many people, 3 people at a time. He's taken out Magmudov, taken out Sanchez. He's taken out, the other day, taken out ZHANG, the most important. And you saw the pain and the screeching pain on ZHANG's face. You know, he's one of those who's a champion fight. But this fight for Usyk and Parker, we'll say Parker has fight so hard to get to this position. You know, there is nothing else to say about that. Parker should have his fight, should have his title, is his chance. Whether Usyk is going to accept the fight or not Parker is another question altogether. But if he does, you know, according to the WBO, they will strip him of his title. He will lose his titles. And that will be losing 2 titles, you know. And then he might do it, you know, if he does it, he opens up the whole heavyweight division. But I don't think Usyk is dogs anybody. Usyk is a good fighter. As I said, he's a cat with 9 lives. You know, he can survive any situation. He can adapt to adversity. We'll see him do that against Joshua. We'll see him do that against Debua. We'll see him do that against Tyson Fury. You know, we also see him do that against Bredris. Nobody mentioned that in the cruiserweight division before. Even against Chisora the other day. So Usyk is not a man that runs away from a fight. He's a very strong, he's a warrior, so to say. And so is Joe Parker. It's going to be a good match at the end of the day. You know, it's going to be a good fight. And I still think Usyk has the edge because of not only experience, even though he's been fighting big guys, and Usyk like fighting big guys. People of his the same height with him or shorter than him always give him problems if you watch his fights. Let us go through that as well. Usyk, people be at the same weight level with him, height level with him, you know, gives him a problem. We saw Chisora do that, we saw Bredris do that. Who else do we see do that? So, but the heavier guys, you know, Masters comes to the Pekka and the bobbing and waving style and goes into them and attack their body first, weaken their legs, and whether he's going to be able to do that against Parker, because Parker is 6'4" and Usyk is 6'3". So the difference is not too big like that, but there's a difference. But we've seen Parker as well. Parker like fighting the big guys as well, you know. He's done a couple of occasions with them. But we'll see what happens in this fight. You know, I call it a close fight. It might end up in split decision. Whoever is going to win the fight will be the one who outclasses the other in style. Depending on the style they come with the other on the day. You know, having said that, I have to be honest with you. It's going to be a wicked fight. It's going to be a bumper fight. Do have a nice day. We'll stop here today. Our time is up. Do have a nice day and God bless. And please do subscribe to the channel to make the channel grow. Do have a nice day. Bye.